It was a chilly autumn evening when Jake decided to take his usual bike ride through the forest trail near his house. The setting sun cast long, eerie shadows on the path, and the wind whispered through the trees like unseen voices. Jake had always been an adventurous soul, but tonight, an uneasy feeling crept into his chest. He shrugged it off and kept pedaling, the rhythmic crunch of leaves under his tires the only sound accompanying him. The further he went, the thicker the mist became, swallowing the trail ahead like a hungry beast. As he rounded a bend, he noticed something strange, a figure standing motionless just off the trail. It was tall, shrouded in a tattered, dark cloak. Its face was obscured by the hood, but Jake could feel an unnatural gaze piercing through the darkness. He tried to ignore it, pedaling faster, his heart hammering in his chest. Then, without a sound, the figure moved. Not a step, not a shuffle, just a sudden shift, as if reality had glitched. Now it was standing directly on the path ahead. Jake slammed on his brakes, skidding to a halt. The air around him turned ice cold. His breath came out in shaky clouds. He wanted to turn back, but when he glanced behind him, his stomach twisted in horror. The trail was gone. Where there had been a clear path moments ago, there was now only dense, gnarled trees, their twisted branches stretching toward him like skeletal hands. A whisper slithered through the air, not from the figure, but from all around him. "You shouldn't have come here." Panic surged through Jake. He turned his bike around and pedaled furiously in the direction he had come, but the harder he pushed, the more the landscape seemed to shift and warp. Trees closed in, their bark-covered faces twisting into grotesque expressions. Then, silence. He was back on the trail. The mist was gone, the trees were normal, and the path stretched ahead as it always had. His house's porch light was visible in the distance, a beacon of safety. Jake didn't look back. He didn't stop until he was inside, locking every door and window. He never rode that trail again, but sometimes on quiet nights, he swore he could hear a whisper outside his window. "You shouldn't have come here."